Have you ever asked yourself, who am I really? A question as old as time, yet the answer remains elusive. Let's embark on a journey to understand the enigmatic concept of self. The self is a unique construct, a complex mosaic of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. It is the lens through which we perceive the world, a lens that is shaped and reshaped by our cultural, social, and personal narratives. In the East, the self is often seen as an illusion, a transient facade that masks our true nature. While in the West, the self is perceived as a concrete entity, a fortress of individuality that distinguishes one from the masses. Regardless of where you stand, the self is undeniably a potent force that shapes our perceptions, actions, and interactions. It's the protagonist of our life story, always at the forefront, always in control. So, we all have an idea of self. But what happens when we put that self at the center of everything? Imagine living in a universe where you are at its center. A place where every star, every galaxy, every bit of cosmic dust revolves around you. In this self-centric universe, your desires, fears, and thoughts dictate the cosmic dance, shaping reality as you know it. The orbiting celestial bodies mirror the people and situations in your life. They move according to your will, your happiness, their primary aim. But here's the catch. This cosmic ballet can be as chaotic as it is harmonious. The weight of being the center, the driving force, can be overwhelming. Every decision, every action, every thought can lead to a ripple effect. A ripple that can either create a symphony of joy or a cacophony of dissatisfaction. The universe you've constructed, centered on the self, becomes a breeding ground for suffering. But why does putting self at the center lead to suffering? Let's delve deeper. Why do we suffer? This is a question as old as humanity itself. Suffering, it seems, is an inescapable part of the human condition. But what is its root cause? Could it be that our suffering stems from our attachment to the concept of self? Picture the self as a fortress. We invest a great deal of energy into building and maintaining this fortress, ever vigilant against threats. We fear its destruction, and we yearn for its enhancement. This constant tug of war between fear and desire gives rise to negative emotions such as anxiety, dissatisfaction, and ultimately, suffering. We want to protect this self, believe it to be us. But in doing so, we bind ourselves to the ceaseless cycle of desire and fear. So, it seems the self we so desperately try to protect is the very cause of our suffering. How can we free ourselves from this suffering, you may ask? The path to liberation lies in the wisdom of self-awareness, mindfulness, and acceptance. It is through these tools that we can escape the confines of a self-centric universe and embrace a broader, more inclusive perspective on life. Self-awareness invites us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, to understand that we are not defined by them. Mindfulness, on the other hand, allows us to live fully in the present moment, not enslaved by past regrets or future anxieties. Acceptance, the final key, encourages us to embrace life as it unfolds, with all its ups and downs, without clinging to the illusion of control. The moment we detach from the self, we begin to see the world as one interconnected whole, and our place within it becomes clear. Remember, liberation from suffering begins with letting go of the self. Subscribe for more insightful content.